Hey guys, 11E10 here, and today we're going to be doing some Diablo 3. Patch 2.4 just launched a few hours ago, and we're currently playing on Europe. Season 5 doesn't start till Friday, but I thought I'd get a quick look at what's changed and get super hyped because I am really excited to play this patch and Season 5. We have our softcore wizard here, sorceress. I'm just going to go I'm on Torment 7 at the moment. I'm not pushing it too high, just for the sake of the video. This is actually an old Season 3 character, so she's not super geared, but she does have, I believe, full Tal Rasha. So I'm going to investigate this whole set dungeon thing. So we'll give a quick run over of the UI starting off. We have a new buff bar, or a new buff mechanic. When you select a buff, you now have a little green bar with the duration, and if you hover over it you can see the duration left in time, and that accounts for each one, so that's pretty cool. What I'm using right now is actually not super cookie cutter build, but I like to use the damage on hit kind of speciality. So we got Spectral Blade, Arcane Orb with Frozen Orb, Black Hole with Event Horizon, Familiar with Spark Flint, Ice Armor with Jagged Ice, and Force Weapon. My passives are Elemental Exposure, Glass Cannon, Unwavering Will, and Audacity, and you might be wondering why. It actually goes with my items and my cubes. We got full Tal Rasha. I only have one, I think, one ancient piece. They're not the greatest. Let's see. No, so I only have one ancient piece. So this is an old character, like I said. I didn't farm her too super hard. I'm not really fully finished with the build. As you can see, my gems are only 25, 25, and 24. So a lot of work left on this character, but I generally focus on seasons, and since this character is an old one, I wasn't really playing her at all between Season 3 and now. I have some Season 4 characters, but maybe that's for another time. So we're going to go look at some of the new things. We got two zones. We got Leoric's Manor Courtyard and Leoric's Manor. They've extended that, so we're going to have a look at that. And I believe we have Greyhollow Island. So let's look at Greyhollow Island first. This will be my first time here. Oh, we got a quest. Oh, that's nice. You see in the top left here, it actually gives you stat changes on your screen. The top left. I didn't notice that before. Okay, well, let's have a look at this quest.
All true. Be silent. It rots you from within. You never should have come here.
Okay. Nice speech, but he didn't actually give me a quest. Get rid of this nonsense. Another nice new feature, which I haven't mentioned anything yet about, is actually in the collection manager that these pets will now actually pick up gold for you. So remember to equip it if you've earned it in Season 4. We'll stick with this. These wings. And I don't think I like penance. They're not that great. But yeah, if you equip your pet, he will pick up gold for you. I can't think of anything else directly. There is a buff bar that I believe is up here somewhere, but it only applies to multiplayer. Can't show you that at the moment. Nothing else The cube I'm using, just in case you're wondering, we got Shiver's Hammer and Darrell Visage and Naval Ring. Again, not optimal, but they do what I like. They do damage on hit. Let's see if we can explore here a little bit. Monster health bars on. Okay. They have now truncated the, as you see, picking up my gold. They've truncated the numbers on the damage. So you don't get like 20 digits anymore. I'm stuck. That's a new one. Catch this guy. I haven't touched him at all. Oh, he's a fake. Okay. Well, that's a good start. Let's turn the volume down a little bit. Looks like these guys root you pretty hard. Okay, that's something to watch out for in hardcore. I actually do have a hardcore barbarian, and I will be doing hardcore in Season 5, but it's not a good idea to do a test video like this with the hardcore character, because you have no idea what's going to come at you. So, looking at the monsters, looks like we got some throwback to Diablo 2 here. With the Yetis. Some wild specters. Also, Death's Breath are now teal colored when they drop. Make them easier to see. And we have the action, I don't forget the name that they actually used, but you'll see at the bottom when you get a kill streak of a certain number, you get Massacre and you get bonus. This is actually pretty awesome. Oh. Well, that's a trap for hardcore. You see 16 kills Massacre, and you get the little cooldown timer showing you there, how long you have to kill the next monster to keep it going. And there's that root again, that's really rough. This Yeti looks like something from Diablo 2. So yeah, it's a pretty cool zone actually. I didn't show you my follower. As you can see, I'm using the Enchantress. She's got a pretty badass weapon. 4000 DPS. I actually have to upgrade that gem because that's pretty poor. Soothing Thurible in OK1. She got a nice set of jewelry there. So yeah, everything that needs to be upgraded too. Everything could be improved upon, but I'm not going to focus too much on this character, as I will be starting seasons on Friday. So this is just to help explore and see what's going on. Saskatchewan? 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 I don't know which way to say that. This is a pretty cool zone, actually. Really got to be careful when you're playing hardcore. This new stuff. Take it nice and slow. Pretty nice monster models here. This is a pretty big zone. I'm gonna have to go through it from edge to edge. There's that root again. It's really annoying, actually. Oh. Well, there you go. Almost died. Yeah, it's softcore, but I really hate dying. And as a long-term hardcore player from Diablo 2, it really annoys me when I die. So, I tend to do my best not to die at all. Which is a stark contrast to Diablo 3 when it originally came out. You basically, well, you know, could play hardcore Inferno, but not many people could actually succeed at it. So, the brutality of vanilla Diablo 3 hardcore meant that, check that out in a little bit, that I didn't get to beat it on Inferno before it was nerfed, because it was practically impossible. So, I was playing it on softcore, and even then it was a massively frustrating experience, as I'm sure anyone who played it will be able to relate to. I'm going to go back to that little spot in a few minutes. But the game has been vastly improved since then, so I'm really happy with where it is right now. I'm super hyped for the new sets. Specifically the Demon Hunter melee set. Ah, den mother. The Demon Hunter melee set's going to be fun, I think. And I think I'm going to also... I think I'm going to also try out the new Thorns Crusader. So it looks like we're almost finishing this zone. Let me see here. Just taking me about 10 minutes to get around it, which is good. Can't see too much more being left. I have toned my graphics down quite a lot, just because my machine isn't great, as I've mentioned in the past. So I'd rather go with a little bit more ugly, solid gameplay. For me, 30 is fine. My machine just won't run it at 60 solid, especially when I'm streaming or recording video. So I have no problem with that. I'd love to have solid 60 FPS, but it's not realistic for this computer. I'd much rather a smooth experience. Okay. Where do we go? Well, we still have a lot to explore down at the original entrance, but let's see what we can find over here. Pretty standard, destructible terrain. I really should measure my actual DPS, because as we know the card isn't actually accurate by any means. I really wish it was, but it's probably impossible for them to get that number accurate. Stuck again. I'm not noticing actually a debuff on my character when that happens. I don't know if I'm just missing it, or if it's an option I have to turn on or off. Let's look into this little zone here, and then we can come back out to the waypoint. Speaking of options, I don't think they added too much new stuff. Yeah, so you can display your critical numbers, or just your regular damage numbers. And this is the option to display long combat numbers, so mine are truncated at the moment, so they're just showing 151M. But that's where you go if you need to disable that. Okay, nothing else too new there. And your sound. Yeah. Okay. Alright, what's in this little cave? What's it called? Survivor's Cavern. It's pretty nice. Let's destroy everything. Oh. Why did it have to be spiders?
inexplicable tide arose from nowhere, dashing our ship on the rocks, and now we are stranded. Could the old truly be true? Regardless, since our plan to study the I'll certainly be rescued before long. In the meantime, my research awaits.
Quentin Sharp. I really love this cosmetic pet picking up gold from a malarkey. That's really a nice thing. The action combat also applies to indestructible terrain. So if you destroy a certain amount of items in a short period of time, oh, go away, you get a bonus. So that's Greyhollow Island. Let me just teleport to this waypoint and see what's down at this end. Pretty awesome. I love the bridge over the water where the water comes up at you. It's pretty awesome. Nice destructible terrain here. Nice trapped tree. Looked like lightning hit it, and it exploded with monsters. Okay, well I was pretty much done. Not much left here. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, well there's actually still a little bit left. Just refresh my buffs here. It really pains me to leave a zone without every area uncovered if I'm just farming. Of course, if I'm just transitioning to another zone, it doesn't bother me that much. Three victims pulverized. Yeah, that also counts now if you kill them with the environment. Glowing hives look pretty cool. And you gain resources back from doing so. So the cathedral maps are going to be fun, and particularly the ruins of Corvus. If you've ever gone through there, the jars that explode and kill the enemies, they're really fun to use. I really enjoy killing things with those. So, not too challenging on Torment 7 for this character. Which is nice, actually. I'd like to be able to do Torment 10, and I don't know if she can. She only has 500k health, but she does so much damage. What the heck is this? Okay, I cannot target him. Pillar of Cupidity. Okay. Oh, wow. Crazed man. Contain spirits. Okay. Oh, this is that guy again.
Torment me forever, but I have no choice.
Okay. That's pretty cool. He hit pretty hard because I wasn't really paying attention. I might have killed him too fast, but that's a cool little event. Keep an eye out for that one. It's that exploding tree again. Glowing hive. Alright, are we finally done with this zone? This is a huge zone, oh my word. Exploding trees. Alright, well that is the entire zone, I believe. Wow, okay. That took about 15 to 20 minutes. So that zone is massive. Let's look at the other one. I believe it's here. Could get one legendary. It's like a ring I haven't had before. I'm curious actually what it is. Ooh. Oh, after fearing an enemy. It's not too great. What they have mentioned in the patch notes is that a lot of their unique rings have now forfeited silly things like attack speed for a guaranteed socket roll, which is huge for your legendary gems. Massive frustration in the past was getting an excellent legendary ring, but it had no socket, and you had to re-roll one of the other stats, sometimes up to 20, 30 times before you could get a socket, and that cost a lot of gold and a lot of gems, and mostly, in honesty, it was the gems that caused the problem when you were trying to roll these sockets, because you just run out of gems. Gold isn't too much of an issue. As you can see, I've got a good bit, but gems can be a pain. So I'm super, super hyped that a lot of the jewelry now has a socket by default. This is also the case with some of the actual set items. You can see in the patch notes which ones they were referring to, but getting a set chest, for example, with one socket, um, it's kind of annoying. If you had a 3-socket roll on that, you could re-roll your other stats for something better. So having to re-roll sockets is quite frustrating, and hopefully won't be an issue in the future too much. Okay, well, let's go inside. I'm diddling about outside here for no reason. Now, apparently, if I remember correctly, in this new zone, you are able to access some kind of directions, or some kind of something towards the set dungeons. The set dungeons are, again, if I'm correct, where you have to wear a full set of, your class, and then you do that dungeon with specific objectives based around that set that you're wearing. Now, I haven't seen that yet, so maybe I'll find it now. This is actually a really cool zone already. I can tell that I'm going to like it. Oh wow. Okay. This is really nice. I'm a big fan of the cathedral levels in this game. And this is just more of the same, so this is awesome. There is... Oh, that's the other part. That's the old section, so I don't need to go there just yet. That leads to underneath. And you can see here, items crushed. 18 items crushed. And you get a speed bonus, which is actually on my buff bar, which is awesome. 48 seconds dimensional speed. Alright, that's fantastic. Yet another new feature. This lady is pointing me in this direction. I read in the notes that you get clues towards the location of the set dungeon kind of objective. So I'm going to assume it's in this direction. 34 kills. I love this. I really think it's fantastic. It's been in the console version since, I think, since launch. Such a small thing can make the game so much more fun. Looking out for one of these ghosts again. Make sure I don't miss any of the rooms. Sorry, bro, but you didn't last too long. This looks like a dead end. Okay. Alright. Well, we have more to explore down here, so let's see what we can find. I just want to make sure I don't miss this supposed set dungeon thing. I purposely came in here wearing all of Tal Rasha. I generally swap out the belt for Thunder God's Vigor, just for extra DPS. Oh, here we go. What's this? Tome of Set Dungeons. Tome of Set Dungeons, page 126. I've received the clue to Tal Rasha's elements set dungeon. Okay. On an old road out of the cursed town, near the old tree where they hung the bodies, those thought to be meddling in the dark arts. Well, I know where that is. I believe that's right outside Tristram. But I don't know what that means in regard to where to go next. But let's look at that in a minute. That's really interesting. Well, I think it's right outside Tristram. Okay. Actually, that's the whole manor. So that was it. It's pretty small, but awesome. Let's go look at that. So excited for this. Can't wait for Season 5 to start so I can just, like, get a fresh start. My stash is a mess. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, there is an extra stash tab available now. You can see it actually comes up here in the second tab. So, if you need to get extra stash space, you can purchase that for 500,000 gold. And they have stated that you'll be able to gain up to another 4 slots here through season journeys if you beat the Conqueror achievements, I believe is what it was called. So you'll have 5 here and 5 here, totaling 10. And this just opens up a whole new world of stash space. I mean, they could add extra ones over here, no problem. Really shouldn't be a big issue. Let's just get rid of these gems. I spent a while fixing up my stash because it had Season 1 through Season 4 junk just sitting there. Because anytime I finished a season, I would leave the characters just to rot while I started a new seasonal character. So it took a long time to actually fix up my stash, and it still has some work to do. So I believe it's out here. There's probably a waypoint that I could use. Oh, they changed this. You used to be able to just walk through. I think I actually like that. I do, I like that. Okay, so I think it's around. Or now I'm actually thinking that it's probably not. I am mistaken. I believe it might actually be let me just make sure I don't die here. Oh, we got some leads. Now I'm actually thinking it's before the cathedral? No. I'm trying to think. I haven't played this game in so long. What did it say again? So it's right beside a waypoint. And let's try this. I know you go down a hill kind of around, and on the left hand side there's a tree. This might be it here. I think it's around the end of this road. Okay, I may be misremembering. I think this is it. Right across the bridge here to the left. Now, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Alright. So what's this? Oh, fantastic. Well, let's do Tal Rasha's dungeon. That, folks, is how the clues work. Okay. Kill 90 enemies while Tal Rasha is stacked 4 times. Okay. Stacked. Do not get bitten by a rockworm. Mastery, complete all objectives within a time limit. No heroes will die. This is also a very important item for when you're doing hardcore. You cannot lose your character in a set dungeon. While Tal Rasha is stacked 4 times? I'm not entirely sure what that means. Do we have a time limit? We have 4 minutes. I better get my button gear. Okay. Oh, I see. It's stacked, so you gotta switch the... Okay. It stacks once when you, So, next time I do this, I'm going to be using a different build. Because it stacks when you switch to a different type of damage. This might kill me. And I don't know if I can actually stack 4 types of damage with this build. No, I can't actually do that in this particular build that I'm using. Does it let you change? Yeah, so it won't let you change your skills. So it's basically like a Greater Rift. Do not get bitten by a rockworm, okay. So this build that I'm using does not work for this dungeon. Oh, that's... okay, that's the rockworm. Because I don't have enough varying skills to stack Tal Rasha to 4 times. So I don't know if that means I fail automatically. So I'm not able to do lightning. Oh, there's that rockworm. Yeah, as you can see, I have 0 monsters killed with Tal Rasha stacked. And this is where some internet research would come in handy for you, should you wish to nail these dungeons first try. I can only stack it really twice. Damn it, I think I got bitten by a rockworm. So, okay, that the entire dungeon failed? I was too busy looking at something else. So, 41 monsters left to kill. Oh, I think the entire dungeon's failed. How does it end then? So the time limit's not there. Well, I just died. Okay. So is that it now completely, or can I try again?
I need to go back.
Looks like it's letting me try again. Obviously, we'd start again from the beginning. This video has taken an unexpected twist. I did not expect to find that dungeon, but it's a welcome addition to the content. Let's see. So yes, it will let me try again. Now I have to stack Tal Rasha 4 times. So I need to be able to do 4 different versions of my attacks, I believe. Let me double check. Arcane, Cold Fire, and Lightning attacks each increase your resistances. Arcane, okay, attacks increase your damage for 8 seconds. Arcane, Cold Fire, and Lightning each add 1 stack. At 4 stacks, each different elemental attack extends your duration by 2 seconds. So what I want is attacks that don't have a cooldown and are cheap to cast. That's interesting. Throne Blade I think is a little bit too limiting here. What is it doing? It's doing lightning damage? No, it's doing arcane. So we have cold. That's an 8-second cooldown. 12-second cooldown. I can't do that. Can't do that. Need something I can just... We have to cast the spell. So... wow, Hydra... Hydra for fire. Let's go Hydra here. And number 1. Hydra for fire. Energy Twister does arcane, wave force. These all cost a lot of arcane power. Blizzard. Is there a reduced cost Blizzard? Reduce the cost of... Okay. That's fire. Old.
One time, I miscast the charm spell.
Uh,
Liza was fawning over me
we have
for
to actually
holding
cast something damaging.
it. It was mortifying.
Attacks. Arcane, cold, fire, and lightning attacks each add 1 stack. Let me just check this. That does, in fact, stack it. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3. What's this? This is lightning. So I got arcane, fire. I don't have to hit anything with Spectral Blade, I just need to cast it. So that's 1, 2, 3. So this needs to be... what? That's fire, ice, lightning. This needs to be arcane. So... okay. We do that? 1, 2, 3. I think I might actually do this. Move this over here. Where is it? Because I don't have to target it. Arcane Orbit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have 8 seconds to kill something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do... so... how does it work again? At 4 stacks each, different elemental stack extends the duration by 2 seconds. So I want to do fire, cold, arcane, lightning. And then fire again. Okay, so let's make this as fire spell. Perhaps. Or just something, whatever, I guess. Make it whatever. I mean, I could also use Arcane Orb here, couldn't I? No, you can't duplicate them. Okay, we'll just do... no, Convergence is terrible. Wow, okay. Well, we can try it again. Arcane Orbit. This might kill my DPS. Still 1.1 million. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This does not extend it. You cast it once and then... okay, this is really... interesting. So what can I do? Do I need extra arcane power? I might do. Let's go with energy armor. Arcane power. Let's increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can try it. This is gonna be interesting. No heroes will die. Okay, we're gonna try one more time. And if I fail, well, I fail. And I will go and do some more research. Now I gotta make sure I don't die to this darn rockworm. Oh, that's not good. That's lag. There's a rockworm. Okay. I can't stand still too long, so perhaps Ray of Frost was a bad choice. But looking at it here, I only need to alternate between Hydra and Blizzard, honestly. I can get it to stack 4 and alternate between... I got bitten. Alternate between Hydra and Blizzard, then it should be fine. I think I lost again. Certainly does introduce a new gameplay mechanic. Okay, primary objective 1 completed. Okay. Okay, so I got the 90 enemies with 4 stacks, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. I already got eaten by a rockworm. So the mastery is to get all 4, and the time limit doesn't apply to killing the 190 monsters. So this is definitely doable. You do need to change your outlook on how you play the game. Absolutely. The build I made is hodgepodge, as you can tell. I just put it together in a few minutes and probably is overkill. You just need 1 attack of each different stack, and then you can alternate between 2 different ones to keep the stack going. So that part's not too bad. Okay. Completed. Alright, let's have a look here. By achieving at least 1 primary objective, you completed the basic tier. Kill 90 enemies while Tal Rasha is stacked 4 times. So that one is actually doable, very doable. You just need to pay attention. The difficult part is do not get bitten by a rockworm. Well, that's not so bad in itself, but when you're keeping your eyes on the buff bar to make sure you're kept stacked at 4, you can easily lose track of what's coming up from underneath you. This one's pretty easy. Kill all monsters. So this one comes in line with this. I think I was still under the time limit. Yeah, so 344. So everything's doable except this, and that just takes a little bit of practice, I think, and pay more attention. Once you get your rotation down to keep your spell stack going, you should be fine. Wow, okay. Well, that is the set dungeon for Tal Rasha, folks. And I think, like a greater rift, it empties itself out afterwards. Yeah, so there's nothing left to kill. Does it disappear? No, it stays open. So I assume this will stay open until I leave the game. It doesn't look like it has a timer. And you can go back in and retry to your heart's desire. Does it affect your durability? It does appear to do so. Well, I will leave it there, folks. That is my quick intro to 2.4. Seasons are coming up on Friday, so get super hyped for those. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.